What is up, Jags fans? We are here after another victory Sunday. That's what I'm talking about. 2 wins. 2 out of the last 3. Not even 2 wins. 2 out of the last 3. Man, that's what I'm saying. We're on a hot streak. I mean, I think we're 2-3 at home. Dude, we're looking good right now, man. Looking good. I'm totally pumped. Who would have thought? No one on earth saw us beating the Bills. Nobody. Nobody had it. No one picked them. No one. I mean, people were expecting the Bills to beat us by more than 14 and a half. I was out over the weekend with all these Bills fans that were here, and they're talking about, we'll try to give you 14 and a half. We'll try to give you we don't need 14 and a half. We'll take the win. That's what I'm talking about. Super pumped to be here. Before we jump into the film, I got some film to break into, baby. We got to look at some film. Before I jump into that, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you follow the Twitter and the Instagram. Instagram is just stories. I just post stories. I don't really do anything else, but it's fun. So just be a part of that. The chat is already here, ready to go. That's what happens when you win. William, first one in the chat, says Duval. Bruce McGriff says, yes, sir. Robert Adler says, let's go. Josh Allen is a beast. Jacob says, I can't believe the Jaguars beat the Bills. The dude Evan says, Duval dub. Dude, people are just pumped, bro. The amount of Duvals that are coming in here are just absolutely blowing my mind. Robert Ashford says, I'm still in shock. It looks like the 2017 defense. Bruce McGriff says, how about that defense? Moon Illusion says, the real Josh Allen is JA41. Dude, this D-line popped off. I mean, absolutely popped off. Grace Lambert with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I know Grace was at the Seahawks game in Seattle, so she got to watch that performance, and then the Jags followed up with the performance that we saw here at home. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could not believe. I mean, take your pick of D linemen, how well they played. I mean, starting off with Dwan Smoot, Josh Allen, Taven Bryant, Roy Robertson Harris. They all played out of their minds. Just absolutely. I mean, the amount of blitzes that Joe Cullen threw at the Bills, it seemed like, I posted this on Twitter. I went back and watched the film. It seemed like we blitzed almost every other play. Like every other play, we would send pressure from the linebacker, from a corner. And no lie, like it worked. I was expecting the Bills to come out to throw screen passes, tight end screens, running back screens, draws, delays, things like that. But they just never did. They just kept letting us just feast on them with our blitzing. I mean, game ball. Game ball goes to Rudy Ford. Like, I don't care what you say. I know Josh Allen had a great game. I expect Josh Allen to have a great game. Rudy Ford played out of his mind. Second in the team on tackles. A guy who's been around the league for a little bit, has kind of made his name as a special teams player. And then he's going to come in and do what he did as a nickel corner. Him blitzing and man coverage, just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, let's go. Let's take a look at it. I mean, Rudy Ford. All right, so we're going to see him lined up in the nickel spot like he usually is here, okay? Now, I got to be honest with you. Playing the nickel back nowadays in the NFL is not an easy job. You almost move your best players in. I mean, NFL offenses move their best receivers inside nowadays. I mean, look at what here. I mean, he's going to get the signal. He's going to make sure he knows where his safety is, right? And this is a bunch. He's going to be ended up with a bunch. And when you're playing man against a bunch, it can be hard to do. People are kind of getting on him for not playing this initially the right way. But I'm fine with it. Look what the Bills show here. The Bills are in their 10 personnel. I mean, 4 wide receivers, 1 running back, 3rd and 3. I mean, this is where you make your money on 3rd down here. All right, the Jags are going to line up with four guys here. They're going to be in their nickel coverage here. I'm assuming they're in man, but I'm guessing by the way that they're all lined up here that they're playing first in, first out, deep guy. I don't know. I don't know their pattern match here. I don't. I like what happens here. I mean, he's going to get this 3rd guy here, gets beat on the quick in here initially. So lining up, Rudy Ford knows. I mean, he's eyeing his guy here. He knows who he has. The little delay here gets him at first. Josh Allen probably should have thrown it here, but who knows? Maybe the lane wasn't there. By the time he throws it, got him. I mean, we didn't get the end zone film here because the end zone film hasn't come out yet because the NFL sucks when it comes to film. But just absolutely beautiful. I mean, Rudy Ford. So who said it here? Bruce McGriff, Rudy Ford is the real MVP. Moon Illusion says Rudy Ford is balling. Who said Rudy Ford has to start? Timmy Devil. Rudy Ford has to start. He has to start in the nickel. I don't need Trey Herndon. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done here. Rudy Ford is the guy that's done it. I'll take it. Let's go. I mean, the dude played like I've never. I mean, like we haven't seen a nickel corner play like that since like a healthy DJ Hayden. Like it's been a long time. I love to see it. Robert Atwood says Taven Bryan looked like J.J. Watt. Oh, we got some Taven Bryan film, bro. You know I'm not gonna load this up without a little bit of Taven Bryan film. Moon Illusion says Smoot was producing big. Yeah, he absolutely was. Taven Bus Bryan. No. TB12, Taven Bryan, 12 sacks this year confirmed. Not quite. I don't know if he'll have 12, but Taven Bryan did play a good game. And, I mean, look, it's due, right? He's due for a good game. Did Josh Allen – I don't know if it was a joke or not. I saw something about the Bills not being able to block Josh Allen. Like, let's go, bro. Like, let's go. Not being able to block Taven Bryan. Just what a game from the defense. Like, it looks like it's a completely different defense than anything we've seen all year. And, again, I think Cullen just went into the game and his game plan was like, screw it. We're just going to blitz every play. We're just going to keep blitzing. I mean, I had never seen the Jags blitz that much. Even in 2017, I don't feel like they blitz that much. They got pressure because they blitzed. And I'm expecting Indy to watch the film and come out with an insane amount of screens and things like that to beat the blitz. Granted, the Jags had some help. The penalties helped. The drop passes helped. Cole Beasley had a huge drop on third down. But, hey, we'll take it any way that we can get it. Absolutely. Speaking of Taven Bryan, Taven Bryan gets so much hate around here. And, look, he deserves it. But you can't hate on what he did this game here. All right, my boy Sleeves lined up right here outside of the guard, okay? So you see that he's going to want to try to penetrate from this. He doesn't get double-teamed, which is the first mistake. Unblockable. Like, how many times have we seen Taven Bryan not make a sack here? Like, how many times? Like, Taven Bryan's usually the guy that, like, gets his hand on the quarterback, pressures the pocket, makes the quarterback escape, but can't get the sack. But here we see big Josh Allen. Dude, don't bring that weak arm shoulder block on my boy Taven Bryan. Not going to work. Absolutely not going to work. Look at that. Look, the thing about him coming out of college was that his ability to get off of the snap and get into the backfield, like his reaction time in college at UF was like he was the first one in the backfield. He was the first guy to engage the offensive line. Quickest the one there. First guy there. I mean, look at this. He hasn't even gotten off his hand out of the dirt. He hasn't even got his hand out of the dirt, and Taven Bryan is engaging. That's what makes a good rusher. It's not always like the strength and the savvy. Sometimes it's just you're quick and you're there and you get there. Engaged, held him, still got a sack. Let's look at his other sack here. My boy Sleeves. Bam. Oh, let's look at that again. Look at that again, boys. Oh, yeah. Who's the first one to engage? All right. I got to give Hamilton some credit here, but look, I mean, he's full into this left guard's chest. And Josh Allen, I mean, that's what – oh, look, the push and – oh, man, that's what I'm talking about. Sheds the block, doesn't give up on the play, takes a great angle. Look at this acceleration, boys. Oh, yeah, that's the athletic big boy from Wyoming, right? Is he from Wyoming or did he work out in Wyoming? I can't remember. Man, say what you want about my boy. He had himself a game. Had himself a game. Just there's no other way to put it. Had himself a freaking game. Good for you, Taven. He deserves it. He really does deserve it. Kev B says, Cullen has Allen playing out of three-point a lot more than he looks better than. Any thoughts? I noticed him in stand-up a lot. I mean, the interception he had was a zone blitz. They did a lot of zone blitzes with him dropping into coverage. I'm not a huge fan of him dropping into coverage, but it seems like they have him doing both three-point and two-point. I didn't notice it overwhelmingly being a three-point stance when I was watching the film, but admittedly, I wasn't looking for it. So when I go back and watch it again, I'll take a look for sure. Moon Illusion says, Sleeven Bryan. Moon Illusion says, Moss is a solid running back, went down due to injury, to be fair, though. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think Zach Moss was that good. I mean, I know he got a lot more carries the last couple of weeks than Devin Singletary did, but I mean, those are two decent backs. I mean, by no means is that a poor running game. And to mix in the fact that Josh Allen had like 40, 50 yards rushing, I mean, that's a overall good rushing game. And that's what the Colts are going to do. The Colts are going to try to run the ball on us between Jonathan Taylor and Marlon Mack and Naheem Hines. I mean, they got guys that can run the ball. And I know you're thinking like, oh, Naheem Hines is a receiving back, but Thursday night he had like 60 yards on the, like rushing. So I mean, they want to run the ball. The bottom line is that Colts offensive line is just amazing. From tackle to tackle, they just know how to move the line of scrimmage, and it's their bread and butter. Fortunately, the Jags are good at stopping the run this year. I mean, I think I saw somewhere that they were 30th last year in run defense, and this year they're like 12th or something like that. Like my number might be wrong, but it's something around that. Look, man, you can't hate on the improvement they've made, and I'm trying to think what changed. I mean, they added Roy Robertson Harris. Devon Hamilton's healthier. Smoot's playing better. Josh Allen's still Josh Allen, but I mean, I think I saw Urban on the Urban Meyer show tonight. He said Urban Meyer's playing, or I'm sorry, he said Josh Allen's playing about 10 pounds heavier. Maybe that makes a difference. Switching to the 3-4, the odd man front, just in base package, putting 5 guys on the line of scrimmage is obviously going to help against the run. They took Joe Schobert out, brought in Damian Wilson. Dude, Damian Wilson had him a game too, man. Damian Wilson had him a game. I think Damian Wilson, Rudy Ford, and Taven Bryan all had the best games of their and Smoot and Allen. Smoot, Allen, Ford, Wilson, Bryan all had the best games of their season. It all came together in one game, and that's the reason why I think that the Jags were able to hold the number one offense to 6 points. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I loved it. Timmy Devil says, didn't give Brian anything complicated. Don't give Brian anything complicated. Just make him bull rush every play. Yeah, like I said, his quick reaction time at the snap is what kind of separates him. Can I say that now? Cheek clapping 96SS says, big game Taven. Finally, I think we resign him to the very team friendly. Sorry. I think we re-sign him to a very team-friendly deal, get a few more key players on that D-line, and Taven will finally shine. Average D lineman takes up to 5 years to adjust to the NFL. I did notice. Did y'all notice who the D lineman was that was in the center of all that ref scandal last night in the Steelers-Bears game? Your boy Cassius Marsh, the guy who was signed here last year and played 0 snaps for us. Just thought I'd point that out. Moon Illusions. He had 1K yards in 2019 in 15 games. You're talking about Zach Moss? I don't know. I lost track. Timmy Devil. Slow down, people. 2 sacks, and y'all want Taven Bus Brian back? Gullible fan base. Easily swayed by mediocrity. Dude been pathetic for 5 years. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Look, I'll give you that. But are you telling me I can't get excited about my boy Taven getting 2 sacks? Josh Allen calling him literally unblockable? Maybe you're right. Kev B, good health streak here for the Jags D-line. Okay. All right, that's fine. Dude, every time Urban Meyer has an interview, he talks about the Performance Training Center. Every single time. Like, he made that a high priority is not being injured. And he talked about how, like, the muscle injuries, soft tissue injuries, those aren't as much. It's the ones that are unpreventable that we're seeming to still get with ETN and things like that. But, yeah, injuries are a big deal. Long John Silver 85, who's a member of the channel, by the way. He's a member. That's why he has that fancy icon next to his name and that green lettering. He says, you should bring in T-Wig from Locked On one day. Okay. Yeah, I need to get people in here. I told you all this, and it sucks. And if you're new to the channel, or I've had a lot of people that have been like on my Twitter and on my YouTube recently because the Jags have been winning, and that's fine. That's fine. Like, I love all Jags fans. We're all Jags fans here. If you're new, we're just Jags fans. We just talk about the Jags. The problem is like my personal work schedule is busiest at like the beginning of the Jaguar season. So hopefully here I'll have more time to do more videos. I like to do 2 videos a week, but I've kind of gotten through my busy season at work almost. So the videos will be pumped out. So now I'll be able to hit up people and get them on here. I have all kind of people I want to get on here, but T-Wig I'll definitely hit up for sure. Moon Illusion says Cassius Marsh, LOL. Timmy Devil's crying. Moon Illusion says, obviously it could be more of one-off game for him, but you have to celebrate a bus finally showing something. That's what I'm saying. The Dude Evans says open field tackling by linebackers this game was insane. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Again, a guy like Damian Wilson, who was okay, had the greatest game of his season. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. User says, hilarious that the majority of the Bills fan base will go the rest of their lives thinking Taven is a dog. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, they're gonna haunt those. They're gonna haunt their dreams. Cheek Clappin says Taven and Robert Harris have the same numbers on one less year for Taven. They are average D linemen who are completely situational, pure depth players, not gullible, football smart. Okay, all right, thank you. Cheek Clappin standing up. Not me, Cheek. Taven Bryan's making the Pro Bowl this year. He's going to get 2 sacks every game, maybe in the season with 20 sacks. Let's go. Duval Knoll says, what's up, Jags United? What up, Duval Knoll? Go Jags. 1 game at a time. Go Jags. That's what we do. Hey, 2 out of the last 3, baby. 2 out of the last freaking 3. Let's get some more videos in here. All right, how about a Josh Allen sack? I totally forgot this was a film breakdown. I thought this was a party episode for a second. I guess it can be all in the same here. All right, Josh Allen, here we were talking about Josh Allen going between the 2-point and the 3-point. Here we're going to see him in a 2-point. Oh, this is the Josh Allen interception. Excuse me. I had this improperly labeled. All right, so now we're going to see a zone blitz. I like this play from Josh Allen. The reverse view of this is going to show you how athletic he is. Like, yeah, this looks okay from this view. I mean, he's going to be right here. He's going to do his zone blitz. Look, Cullen, what a guy, bro. What a guy. He's going to bring pressure again from the corner. I think this is our boy Nevin Lawson, whatever his name is. Right, they're going to bring pressure from the left, and your boy Josh Allen is just going to drop perfectly into the zone. I mean, this is an athletic play. Like, watch this reverse view of this interception. Like, watch this. Just wait. Just wait. After this little celebration, pointing at his name. I know. Watch. This one's not bad. The slow-mo doesn't do it justice. Wait for this one. Wait. Ball hawk. Watch him right here. Woo! Like, that kind of shows you his acceleration. Like, that's what I like to see. Like, that's the acceleration that you want to see him moving laterally. I mean, that's an outside linebacker right there. That's not an edge rusher. He moves like an outside linebacker right there, which is beautiful coming from an edge rusher. Overall, great play from Josh Allen. I mean, no doubt about it. Josh Allen had his coming out party, and good for him. Good for him. Hopefully, he keeps it going. I'm glad he got the national attention. Like, I know people are upset that, like, oh, he got, like, kind of washed in his great play was, like, the name Josh Allen and not Josh Allen thing. But I think that might have actually helped get some recognition on his name, if I could be honest with you. Like, I think that kind of might have catapulted him into a little bit of notoriety, hopefully. Mohand says, do you like the John Brown pickup? Does he still have some left in the tank? I hope so. I mean, it kind of seems like the guys that the Jags are bringing in are working out, whether it be Dan Arnold or Rudy Ford or, I mean, maybe not like, the Tyron Johnsons of the world, but it seems like everyone else that Urban's bringing in is kind of working out, right? Like, he hasn't missed on a bunch of guys. I'm trying to think of guys he's missed on. Tyron Johnson's the only one. And I think Jags fans were more excited about him than probably Urban was. I don't know. Maybe Jacob Hollister, but he's been hurt. Maybe it's not fair. I don't know. Moon Illusions, did you see we signed John Brown? Could he be a decent, speedy receiver? He was producing for the Bills the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean, maybe. CJ Dieso says, let's freaking go, men. Let's go, CJ. Timmy Devil says, the Colts don't scare me. They played well against the Titans the other week. That's the only thing that scares me. Tuggernut says, yo, I'm late, but I'm here. Dude, Tuggernut, it's about damn time you're here, my boy Tug. Timmy Devil, Roy Robertson Harris went undrafted, so that says a lot about Taven Bus Bryan. Pathetic if you are comparing the two. Let's not sit here and debate between Roy Robertson Harris and Taven Bryan. I think it's fair to say that they're both decently rotational pieces. And look, at this point, if you can get that out of Taven Bryan, I think we'd be okay with that. Long John Silver 85 says props to Miles Jack. Yeah, Miles Jack had a good game. DSO, did anyone else see that call on Cassius Marsh? Jaguar great Cassius Marsh? Absolutely. Of course we saw that. How about we give some love to the offense? What do y'all think about that? All right, I like this play. Now, look, we give a lot of crap to Schottenheimer and to Bevel, but this play right here is a good play. I mean, this is a good play right here. I mean, they're going to start. You can't see because I'm horrible at clipping film, and Agnew was out here. But they're going to put Agnew in motion this way, and they're going to realize that in this heavy formation, like the Jags have a tendency to run in heavy, especially with Trevor under center. This is definitely like the Bills are keying the run here. I mean, if we count the guys that are within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage, we're at 4, 8, 9, 10. 10 guys within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's what you want when you run this play right here. So they're going to put Agnew in motion left to right. Then they're going to put him back in motion going right to left. I love it. Love the play. They're going to run the little jet sweep. Makes one guy miss. Great play. I mean, somehow Jamal Agnew has become like the feature player of this offense. Whether it be, I mean, yeah, he had that huge drop in the end zone. But the fact that he was the target of that play and the fact that he's making plays all the time and he's getting jet sweeps like this, like that's a bargain out of this guy. I mean, as a guy who's a former DB, I know we've all heard it. I mean, look at the blocking downfield. I mean, I know your boy Luke Farrell had a huge drop early in the game, but watch him, man, just finish this block. Bro, don't put a DB on my boy Luke Farrell. He'll drive you. Come on now. I love that play. I really do, man. I love that play. I got a couple plays queued up for the offense here, but I love that one. Jesus is King with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Jesus is King. He says that injury Trevor had looked like he took some serious pain meds. Why doesn't the NFL be transparent about it? I don't know, man. There's all kind of things that happen in that locker room. Pain meds. It was probably more than pain meds. It was probably like a cortisol shot in his ankle. He's probably going to be okay. I heard Urban Meyer say today that he fully expects Trevor to play this week. Look, sometimes you roll an ankle, you tweak it. The smart thing to do is to stay off of it, get helped off the field, you figure out what it is, and get back on the field. Look, Trevor's a tough dude, and I think that's what we learned from that situation is that he's a tough guy. There's quarterbacks out there that are soft, and I'll say it. I mean, I'm not going to call them out, but there's guys that the tiniest injury, they're going out, they're not coming back in. They value their career more than like their immediate future. And I appreciate the fact that Trevor wanted to get back in. I appreciate the fact that C.J. Beathard came in and was able to do what he did. I mean, how much better do the Jags fan base feel now if something were to happen to Trevor with Beathard coming in? I mean, all the talk was about Beathard versus Minshew, and we should have kept Minshew, and Minshew's a solid backup. I even saw some things on Twitter about people talking about how we should have kept Minshew for this exact situation. Beathard showed that he can do it. I mean, the lollipop to Arnold wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and the dime to Agnew was beautiful. I'll take it. Haas All, what up? He says, that was the secret stuff, man. Michael's secret stuff. Moon Illusion says, the ref that flagged Marsh is going to be officiating our game against Indy. I did see that. Guy should be fired or suspended. Yeah. Yeah. I wish it was at home, man. We could probably think of some creative chants if it were at home, but it's not. Timmy Devil, Jags United, do you think Urban Meyer double on his boys like Taven, Austin, Treadwell, and Hyde? Does he pay all of them after this season? Hey. It doesn't seem like Treadwell, I mean, he was active and got no playing time. I mean, Hyde had a decent game, 67 yards. I mean, I thought Hyde played well, especially considering we had no other running backs that could really. I mean, Aguwale didn't do much. So, Taven Austin had that. I can't remember. Was it a penalty on him or was it a unnecessary roughness on him? Something happened where he was involved in an unnecessary roughness play early in the game. I don't know. Astrid says, Coach has been saying OBJ was cut for bad route running. So should we still look into the signing, now free agent OBJ? I mean, I think if they were going to make a move for OBJ, they would have signed him instead of John Brown. So the fact that we signed Brown today makes me think that we have no interest in OBJ. And that's just the bottom line. And I'm okay with that. I wasn't really big on him anyways, to be honest. He just quite frankly, hasn't been the same since his knee injury. I know he's a good receiver. He's got good hands and all that, but just he has not been the same since his knee injury, and it sucks because knee injuries suck, and it sucks that it happens to a player, but it happens. Mohan says OBJ is going to the Pats. Okay. Ben Hone, what up, Penn? He says, I'll be at the Colts game this week. Anyone else going? Dude, I wish I was going, dude. Man, I wish I could go. That's gonna be a fun game. You'll have to report back into us and let us know how the game went. Moon Illusions. Robert Adser. No one claimed him on waivers. He's definitely trying to go to a contender. No way he'd come here. Okay. Kev B. I read Manhurts was just one catch. Still got the highest PFF grade based on his blocking. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. That's pretty cool. I did see that he had the one catch in the CBS Sports ran that whole clip about him playing college basketball. That was cool. Kev B says, I'll take UCF Jag at quarterback throwing 10 interceptions as long as T-Law, just as his mild sprains. Yeah. Moon Illusions, what did you think about Walker Little? I thought he did decent against the best defense in the league. I personally thought Walker Little played pretty well. I mean, I know he injured Trevor, and I know he gave up a sack and some pressures, but considering a rookie that didn't even know he was starting going into the game and hasn't been active very much this season, I thought he actually showed a lot of promise. He played one of the hardest positions in football. I mean, left tackle was one of the hardest positions in football. Jags History says, I'm going to the Colts-Jags game on Sunday. Yorkshire Jags says, are you getting concerned we can't finish the drives off? We can't rely on our defense to play like that every game. Yeah, I mean, the lack of production from the offense is a little concerning. You want to see them finish the drives. I mean, we are injured, and we're a rookie quarterback. Am I making excuses? Yes, but at the same time, like, I get it. People are concerned. Yeah, I don't know. But speaking of offense, let's show some Trevor action. This is a two-play sequence here that I like from the offense. All right, so 3rd and 4. You have to forgive me, I got a little sinus thing going here. The change of weather is really getting to me this time of year. 3rd and 4, like, I like what we did here. It didn't work, but I like what we did. So we're going to be in our 11 personnel with one running back and one tight end and trips out to the right. I'm a fan of trips. I really am. I think it works a lot of the times, especially to the field. All this field over here, I'm cool with it. The Bills are going to show like they're going to blitz. All right. 3rd and 4, I'm huge on 3rd down quarterbacks running. I think quarterbacks running is the hardest thing to defend, especially if your quarterback can throw, okay? If your quarterback can throw, the last thing you're worried about is them running. So I think 3rd down, great time to run the ball. Here's another reason why, you'll see on this play. If you don't get it and your quarterback runs, you'll probably get a couple of yards, and that creates an easier 4th down, which I'm all in favor of going for on 4th down. So I like what we find. It seemed like we finally had a good game plan. Like, it didn't work out. We had drops, and we had some untimely penalties, which has been the motif of the season. But I liked our game plan this week. Like, I liked the jet sweep to Agnew. I liked what we did. So I like this play here. I like this play call. Like, finally, 3rd and 4. They call a designed run from Trevor. And Trevor puts a little bit of a on this D lineman. AJ Espinenza, the speedy DN from Iowa, right? Can't handle Trevor on this move. Got him. And look, 2-3 yards on 3rd and 4. That's fine, especially in this situation. I mean, you only need 4 for the 1st down. You're going in. You're on their side of the field. Love the play from Trevor. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that are this athletic. That's the bottom line. I mean, that's a quick change of direction from Trevor right there. I mean, look how he sticks that foot in the dirt. Ooh, love that. Okay, all right, so now, great. What, 4th and 1, 4th and 2? Cool. All right, I like this play. Watch what they do with Agnew here. Okay, first of all, wild formation here. Empty, bunch left, and then they're going to motion out Agnew, who was in the backfield, out to the left. We have not shown this at all year. Like, it seems like we have this whole hidden playbook that Bevel pulled out for this game, and Colin pulled out for the game. And, like, look at this. They don't know what they're doing. You got quads to the left, and they're in bunch. Who does this? Who does this? Nobody. They don't know what they're doing. They got a linebacker out here. They got 3 defensive backs standing within 4 yards of each other. This guy's like, okay, I guess I'm manned up with Dan Arnold. I mean, I don't know what's going on here. Love this play. Watch the play from Agnew. He's going to do a little whip route, one of my favorites in football. Tom Brady's made millions on this route. I mean, that's impossible to defend, especially if you put a jabroni like 49 on him. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's who you're going to – I mean, look at this. At least he's inside leverage, right? At least he knows that you make him beat him to the outside. But a guy like Agnew, I mean, you have no chance. Look at this. Look how low he gets. Look at this ability to change direction. His center of gravity is over. Oh, you can tell Urban coaches the wide receiver. You can tell Urban knows what he's doing. I mean, what's his name? Saj. I don't know. The receiver coach. What a route. You're not stopping that. That's a 4th down play right there. You are not. Let's watch that one more time. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you're not stopping that. That was designed to go there the whole time. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Get caught up on the comments here. Timmy Devil says, Chris Olave and MT this offseason, book it. Okay. Michael Thomas, okay. Daniel Harvey says, going to watch from the start. Duval. All right, Daniel. Appreciate you being here, brother. I'll see you later. Moon Illusions. Agnew dropped that touchdown throw from Beathard, and Trevor missed Marvin wide, but for another touchdown could have won 23-6. Yeah, we definitely have some opportunities to make plays, and we didn't. But defense stepped up when they needed to. Mohan says, it sucks that they don't show secondary when the quarterback is in the pocket. I was curious to see if we were actually covering their receivers or if it was just our pass rush going crazy. So they do have end zone film. It just like hasn't come out yet. Like, I don't know why it hasn't come out yet, but it will. It takes a while, but one of these days it'll come out. It usually takes like 2 or 3 days. I don't know. Moon Illusion says to CJ DSO, I agreed. I got to bring in some big talent in free agency next offseason for sure. Robert Atzer, when our best receiver in the game was Arnold, we have a problem. I did the math. Arnold had 51% of the yards as a receiver. You got to think a guy like J-Rob would eat into that. ETN, O'Shaughnessy, Chark. We're missing a lot of people that would do that. So it makes sense to me when we only scored that many points. Timmy Devil says, I love Dan Arnold now. I hated it at first. Okay. Religions, oh, man, that was dirty. Agnew's a pleasant surprise. Tuggernut, Trevor's lucky he didn't throw 3 interceptions this game. Bills defense dropped 3 of them. Last 2 games from him haven't been great. Okay. Look, he's a rookie. I'm fine with it. Here's what I did like about Trevor and from the coaching staff. Again, I'll give the coaching staff credit where credit is due. 4th and inches. How long have we been saying this? That's okay. Kev V says UCF started a stream. I'm almost done. We got a couple more clips, and we'll break. Most people watch this after the fact anyway, so yeah. I mean, I'll jump into his chat here in a second. 4th and inches. Finally. What do? Give me sneak. Give me 4. Like, what'd they say? Oh, we hadn't practiced it live. Who needs to practice it live? We got 4 yards doing nothing. That's T-Shat 69 leading the way as the center. That's Ben Barge playing right guard. You're telling me we didn't have that in the play when we had our starters in? Give me a break. I love it, though. I love it. Moon Legends, Trevor was playing really well the 3 games leading up to Seattle. Hopefully he gets back on track next week. It seemed like the coaching staff was trying to play a little more conservative anyways. Like, our defense has been playing better. Like, our defense has definitely been playing better the last couple of weeks. Jags, I feel like we're playing not to lose, which is always risky to do, but it worked. And you got to think if we make a few field goals, then we're up by more. And look, The bottom line is that like we won. We've been playing conservative. I know Trevor's been throwing down the field and throwing interceptions, so they wanted to kind of rein that back in. Missing a lot of people too, man. Like injuries aren't an excuse, and everyone's got them, but not bad, not bad. Israel Otero, how many more games do you see us winning? Look, we're at 2 right now. I say we win at least 2 to 3 more. I think that puts us at 4 to 5 wins. That's probably safe. Still get a good draft pick next year. Trevor learns. Trevor gets better. All those. Look, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Get better every single game. Get better every week. We have the most cap room. We're still a relatively young team. A first-year coaching staff for a lot of these guys. I think we're trending in the right direction. 2 out of the last 3. 2 out of the last 3. Tucker Nut, seeing that quarterback sneak was a relief, LOL. That's a future touchdown in the making. Yeah, I know. DJM says, Jason, I am here. I am here. Finally, DJM. We were only, 30 minutes in? Longer than that? It's going to be a shorter episode because, like I said, I'm a little under the weather, and so I can't talk as loud and as much as I want to. Fortunately, it makes me very, very sad. But go back and watch it. Go back and watch it. This is a good video. I think we have one more from the defense I want to show here. Josh Allen's sack. Yeah, how about we give some love to the guy who was like, I don't know, the best player on our team last week. Josh Allen and his stand-up here. 3 down linemen, 1 outside rusher. Looks like a nickel, 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12, you hope to get some pressure, right? Bills are going to be lined up in their 10 personnel, 2 by 2. I like this. Josh Allen knows he's going to get pretty much one-on-one here. Oh, it's the interception. He got me again. That's the same play we already saw. All right. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Oh, I didn't show this play. Okay. Here we go. So I have this one labeled the Miles Jack sequence. Okay. So I like what Miles Jack does here. All right. If you watch him here, he's going to be lined up here. You can tell by Miles Jack a mile away because he's super low in his stance. Right here. Like he's going to force, like watch what he does here. He's going to push the center, or just the guard. I can't tell. Yeah, he's going to push the interior lineman here. Watch him here. Boom. That's how you blow up a play in the backfield. He's going to make that play. He's going to allow Josh Allen to make the play. And then coming in on the next play, 2nd and goal. I mean, this was a huge sequence. The fact that they don't score here is the reason why that we held him to 3 here. Look at this. Good acceleration. Doesn't get beat over the inside move. Makes the tackle. All right, so 1st and 2nd down, he has an impact. 3rd down, he's going to shift over to the motion. He's going to read Josh Allen's eyes. He's going to sit here in coverage. He's going to play back, realize that the ball is going to the front of the end zone, come up on the play, and get there. Someone said it before. Josh Allen had him a game. Finally. I mean, he's a good player, but we needed him to have a game, and he finally had himself a game. I don't know. Middleton says 3 to 4 more wins. Mohan says our Carolina 3rd-round pick is looking real nice right now. That's true. Jay Coop, what up, bro? Good to see you again. Good work. Go Jags. Thanks, Jay Coop. I appreciate it. Busy. Like I said, this is my busy season. It's what we do. Ben Hone says the only long shot games we have left on the schedule is L.A. The rest are all winnable. Look, after how we played against Buffalo, I think it's hard to say any game is not winnable. Any given Sunday is the phrase that's been going around. Look, man, what a game. What an absolute game from the Jags, from the defense, from Joe Colin, from Urban Meyer, from Rudy Ford, Josh Allen, all those guys balled out 100%. Tennessee, Moon Illusion says Tennessee's also good. Derrick Henry being out, yeah, for sure. Look, I'm excited. Going to be a good rest of the season. Look, we have some hope. We have some hope as Jaguar fans. Is like, look, we can hang in there with teams that we think are way better than us. No one had us beating the Bills. Nobody. Not a single person had us even sniffing 14.5 points on the Bills. And what happens? We beat them. We beat them 9-6. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Steve Boston says Rudy Ford is our new nickel. I think that's safe to say. He played like almost every snap last week. I think he earned it. Gerald McKinnon, I really like Aldon Hutchinson out of Michigan in next year's draft. Gerald, we're not quite there yet, but I like it. I like where your head's at. DJM, too early to call ourselves Saxonville again? Yes, it is. Is it too early to call Taven Bryan not a bust? Probably. So let's just wait and see. Tugger Nut, I think LA is a more winnable game than the Titans. Okay. Moolutions, are you doing anything for the Colts game? Probably going to watch it at one of my favorite local establishments. So if you're in Jacksonville, I'm going to do another show, I think, here on Friday. So we'll talk more. I'll preview the Colts game, kind of talk about where we're watching the game here in Jacksonville for sure. But thank you guys that are here in the chat. I'm going to call this one a little early. Like I said, fighting the cold weather here. Steve Boston, I'm trying to end the show, and he throws in a $2 super chat. All right, fine. He says, do you think John Brown can help stretch the field? I want to say yes, but we all thought Tyron Johnson would too. We all thought Tyron Johnson would help stretch the field, and he has been a non-factor. Is he even on the active roster? I mean, I think he's like still on the practice squad. So until he gets called to the active roster and until we see him like kind of making moves, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to be banking on it. But at the same time, I would like. I mean, it'd be a little more. It got to have some production from somewhere. Darren Arnold can't have 51% of the yards every single week. So. Moonillusions, you should see the locker room videos with the Jaguars celebrating with Urban. Amazing locker room. We have a good one. Yeah, I know. DJM, are we signing OBJ? No. I think John Brown kind of put that to rest there. All right, boys, I think that's it for me. Dude, thank you for everyone that gave the super chat. Steve Boston, I appreciate it. Jesus is King, $5 super chat. Grace Lambert, $4.99. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. UCF Jaguars doing a live show. I'm about to pop over into his chat. I can't talk anymore. I'm like losing my voice as I'm sitting here. Great film breakdown, great win. And we'll do another show Friday where we'll preview the Colts game, talk about why we're going to win that game for sure. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, Twitter, Instagram, all that other stuff. Good seeing you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. As always, go Jags.